So today, Clips dropped the visual for The Birds Don't Sing, and I'm super excited to do a quick reaction and review of this music video. Super excited. I'm actually a videographer and cinematographer by trade, so I'll do a little bit of talking about maybe the shots and the visuals about it. But this is one of the most vulnerable songs in hip hop today. I think it's up there with songs like Mother I Sober by Kendrick Lamar and also Stress by Conway the Machine. So I'm super excited to see this, but also really see the detail that goes into a song like this in terms of visuals because it's such a vulnerable song. So let's just jump right into it.
Yep, he got it. There you go, Naj. Yeah, Naj.
For whether we live unto the Lord.
Lost in emotion, mama's youngest. Trying to navigate life without my compass. Some experience death and feel numbness, but not me, I felt it all and couldn't function. Our last conversation, you was against it. Told you I was going to Turks for Thanksgiving. I heard what
I do want to pause real quick. I feel like they are at their house. If they are, that is very sad. Crazy shot placement. Very sad.
What I wanted to hear but didn't listen. You said you told Gene that Buck needed forgiveness. Was that your vision? Precision. While I'm reminiscing, it all hits different, my listen.
The birds don't sing. The birds don't sing. They screeching pain.
Your car was in the driveway, I knew you were home. By the third knock, a chill ran through my bones. Folks, were you preparing then? I can hear your voice now, I can feel your presence. Asking should I rap again, you gave me your blessing. Damn, I had a dad, mine taught discipline. Mine taught structure, mine didn't mind when he had to buffer. See, mine made sure he had every base covered. So imagine his pain finding bass in the cupboard.
No, they don't. The birds don't sing, they screeching pain. They don't sing, they just screeching pain. It's a cycle, they do that shit over and over again.
Remember those who lost their mothers and fathers. And make sure that every single moment that you have with them, you show them love. You show them love. You'll see.
Oh my God. Well, good gracious. What a music video. What a music video. What a music video. My God. I legitimately didn't expect anything lesser than it being that touching, especially the end. I'm assuming that's their father with, you know, Malice. My goodness, what a sad. It is a very, 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 very sad song, but what a way to start an album. To this day, I think that was one of the biggest curveballs I would have received from a Clips album starting off, where they talk about, you know, the passing of their parents and grief inside of that moment, right? And even like their thought processes that go behind it. And I'm not sure if you guys saw that interview where they talked about Pharrell pushing them to make a song like that, as well as like the difference between Pharrell and Kanye, where how Kanye pulls emotions out of you in terms of building a song, how Pharrell pulls emotions out. But I can only imagine what it would be like to be in a studio session writing those lines out and trying to perform those lines over the mic. Like, I can only imagine. But enough about the song, because the song gets me emotional. My gosh. Let's talk about the music video and the visuals itself. Obviously, black and white is a theme that's been very prevalent in all their marketing, and obviously white for a specific reason. But black and white is clearly been a thing with all the stuff they have been doing, and you can even see it through here in a lot of the shots here. I love that they are at their parents' house. Very, very touching. Clearly that is their house that they had in VA Beach. Super duper touching though. Super touching. Because just for them to be at their own house, showcasing some of the old photos and the moments that they've had together. Obviously, like I said, that last shot of Malice being with his father fishing, super duper sad. If that's his dad in the last shot, of course. And also talking about, you know, his son, Push talking about his son. I'm pretty sure that's all their kids in the music video as well, because like they lost their grandparents. Saying, hey, my son won't even remember you for real. But showcasing that his son is a part of this pain, this frustration, and sadness when it comes to grief. And I love the tight shots that are, you know, showcasing both the emotion and like the rawness of them. And it makes it very much like a fisheye effect a little bit, but it's tight, but still wide shot, if that makes sense. If you guys know what I mean, you know what I mean. But like I said before, I think songs like this, you don't necessarily fully expect to get a music video out of them. And for them to do this, I know that was definitely painful, even for the opening shot to be them, you know, honoring them at their tombstone, etc. That's just sad, man. And it's like, I don't even know how y'all could even do. I know shooting there had to be very, very emotional, trying to get the shots down, and also frustrating because when you're grieving, trying to get some shots in there too, that's probably really, really hard to do. But very, 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 very emotional and raw. Very raw. Very, 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 very raw. Obviously, John Legend wasn't in the video. I don't think he necessarily had to be in there because I don't think it was about him being in the video. Voices of Fire being in the video was amazing because they already are a beautiful choir, but to see them in a choir setting and style, this song does feel very churchy, very much on bar with what they are kind of showcasing in all the albums, what Malice likes to showcase in all his albums, his spirituality, his religiousness inside of his music. And so to see that on camera as well was very, very pleasing. But overall, I think the feeling of family, the feelings of, I would say, mourning after like a service where you just said, hey, they've been put to rest for a while, but to basically close that chapter and say, hey, look, this is like the way I close the chapter of my parents, not necessarily their legacy, but the idea of I am grieving and I want to showcase that I'm grieving this. And you guys might not have known that fact, but the whole song and the visuals do justice to what the song's really about. I feel like it is very much a religious, spiritual funeral happening where you are seeing somebody transition their parents away, like from an artwork and expression type of feeling rather than like the physical. Like they've already laid them to rest, they've already done that, but this was the art expression of laying them to rest, an art expression of saying I am grieving and I'm showcasing my pain through my art. And I think this is one of the moments where I say hip-hop is one of the most beautiful things. When people try to slander hip-hop all the time and for other dumb reasons, we all know those reasons, I'm like, listen to a song like this. Listen to a song like this where you are talking about your parents. I think one of the best lines, of course, is when he says, like, you know, his father having every base covered, and how do you feel about seeing basins covered, saying that like his dad didn't approve of what he was doing, even though his dad was a deacon, and showcasing that even on the walls. Like, my God, this song makes me so emotional. But and it was crazy. The first time I heard this song, I didn't really get too emotional, but after watching this visual, I have gotten somewhat emotional. Like there's a little lump in my throat, honestly. And it's like, wow. Like I said before, songs like this and Mother I Sober, Stressed by Conway the Machine, The Cowl by Westside Gunn and Conway, I feel like you don't expect visuals from these because they are just so raw and so painful. So to get a visual from them, I think this probably really meant more to them than it probably meant to like us. Like I think this meant more for them in terms of closing a chapter of grief than it did maybe for the audience to be wowed by some amazing visuals. And there were some amazing visuals. Sure, first of all, shouts to the director and the producer as well. But man, I'm sad, man. Like I'm sad. But man, I'm sad. I'm very happy for them, but man, I'm sad because I know going through grief, as somebody who's experienced grief, going through grief and showcasing that in your art, which I've done before and I know I will do again in the future as well. It is painful, but it is very, very freeing because it allows you to just really live out maybe some things and feelings and emotions all through your art. And that right there, I think is the most important part about this music video. So it's a complete 10 out of 10 for me. I love the shots. I love all the references to Virginia, as well as just the idea of showcasing their parents. I'm in the video right there because, man, I am low-key emotional. But shout out to the Clipse. This is a 10 out of 10 video for me. I love the shots. I love everything that's been produced with the Clipse album. So shout out to them for showcasing that hip-hop can be raw and emotional again for sure. Because, man, that's... what a video, man. I'm gonna watch it again. Might tear up a little bit. But nothing short of emotional though. That a video like that has to be only called raw and emotional when it comes to, I guess, a reaction. Yet again, my name is Isaiah Barlow. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification for all my new videos. And this is The Turntable.